Hello you lovely people, and welcome back to the channel again. This little video is going to be a little update of the beach that I've been gifted, in which I can build a little Baihai Kobo where my boat is, and then I can tie the boat close to the house. I can moor it close to the house. It stays in the water. I don't have to keep lifting it in and out. Now, it's brilliant, excellent, great idea, and I was very excited. Still am excited to a degree. But so when I came back, and I said to my wife, I said, Mira, where I keep my boat, I've been going there for two and a half years, I think, because my boat's been moored there for 2.5 years. And I generally go there when the weather's good, and I'll do a day's fishing, and I'll come home in the evening because I've got nowhere to stay over there. So when this lady who owns the beach said to me, Stephen, you can have this bit of beach round here. Not give me it for a price, but just gifted me it. So basically, the beach will never belong to me, but I can have the use of it. It's very secluded, and it's at the other side of the cove where the main beach is, maybe 200 yards away. And you've got to go down these little rocks, to get to this part of the beach. Beautiful place, really. So I come back home, all excited, told my wife about it, and she was like, oh, that's nice. And she wasn't really enthusiastic like I was. She wasn't excited, because me, in my head, I'm already planning building this Baihai Kobo, only like a one room and a little terrace, and it is on the beach. What I'll do on Sunday, because I'm going over there Sunday, I will do a video of the beach and maybe a little bit of commentary, and I will upload it on Sunday night so you can see exactly what I'm talking about and where it is. So like I said, she wasn't very excited, and she didn't really show much enthusiasm like I do. Like I said, I'm already planning, right, cut some tree, pay for the trees, cut the trees down, blah blah blah, get them cut to size and start building. And I said to Ramira, why aren't you excited? Why aren't you showing as much enthusiasm as what I am? And she said, Stephen, think about it. Yes, you're excited, but you're still in the Philippines. I said, yes, and yeah, I know. And she said, well, just think where it is. And I'm thinking, and I said, yes, at the place where I go fishing, where I've been going for the last 2.5 years, more or less. And she says, yes, but that's the private part round there. It's very secluded. Nobody really goes there. And I'm still thinking, yeah, which is even better for me. No one goes on the beach. It's been gifted. So she's thinking safety. Me, I'm thinking with my heart. I'm not thinking about it. So she said to me, Stephen, daytime's okay because there's people there on the beach and everyone knows you there. Which is nighttime. Think about it. And I'm still thinking, yeah, get to the point, Mira, get to the point. And she said, safety. She said, you could be kidnapped. And at first, I'm like brushing all this off. And oh, here she goes, maybe being too cautious. And I'm thinking about it. And I've been thinking about this for days, and I've been talking to some people around here as well. And I haven't made up my mind yet. But it's right. She's true. Because it is a secluded part. And there's no foreigners there. Yes, there's been no foreigners kidnapped in that area. But I don't want to be the first. If that makes any sense. I don't want to be the first foreigner that's kidnapped. Because she said to me, Stephen, look at all the boats that go past there, with their fish. And some of them come from Zamboanga City, some of them come from Liloy, some of them come from all over the place, selling fish to the market. And she said that they've only got to see you there. Or she said, it could be a simple case of someone makes a call. Said, oh, there's a foreigner on the beach. He's built a little Baihai Kobo and he's staying here at weekends. Now, my wife could be overthinking it, okay? But she might not be. So I'm now in two minds what to do. But on Sunday, this Sunday, I will go over there, like I said, and I will do a video of this secluded beach that she's left me, or she's gifted me. And then you'll see what I'm talking about. There is nobody there. And if somebody wanted to come up there of a night time, they could drive their little banker boat or sail their little banker boat right up to the house that I'm thinking about building there, knock me over the head, put me in the boat, and I'm gone. I'm gone. And nobody would know about it. Nobody would know till the following day, maybe. Even then, because they wouldn't even know that I was there. So there is this to take into consideration. As much as the kind lady has said about it, and I've been speaking to some local people here, and they said, your wife's right, Steve. You've got to be careful. And I said, yeah, but he is very safe and they know me there. And they said, yes, the people who know you are good. But she said, what about the people who don't know you? The strangers who might go to that beach and actually walk round to that cove, because you can walk round to the rocks and get to it. And they see you there. So I think I see the good in everybody. And because I've never had no trouble here, I always think that I'm never going to get no trouble here. And possibly I won't. The chances are I won't. But what if? What if? And would I want to take that chance? I've got a family here. I've got a son. So it's not just, if I was on my own, I would be like I was when she said you can have the beach. I would just go there and I would plot it all out and build a little tiny cowboy there. But it's not just me anymore, is it? It's my wife and my son. So I think I've got to be more responsible. And maybe think long and hard about it and go there and ask some more questions to my friends who actually do stay round that part, and maybe they can give me a little bit of insight in what they think. So at the moment, guys, I'm like in two minds what to do. My heart is saying, Stephen, do it, it's a chance of a lifetime. But because of what my wife has said, and she's inserted it now into my brain, I'm like double questioning myself. So my wife said, well, look, why don't you get a tent and tent where your friends are on the beach, on the other part of the beach, on the main beach. And the beach that I'm talking about, guys, is called Inot Beach in Sawang. Inot. A tiny beach, really, but it's a beautiful place. Not many people go there because not many people know about it. And it hasn't really got the amenities there that other bigger beaches have. So she says, why don't you just get a tent and sleep on, just get all the camping equipment and sleep, and your friends will be there with you on the other part of the beach. So it does make sense. It's just taking all the camping stuff. Now, of course, in relation to safety, I shouldn't be thinking of that. I should be thinking, yeah, well, I'll just take the camping stuff and camp out. But I'm thinking convenience and inconvenience of things. Inconvenience, taking the tent, camping out and blah, 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 then packing it all up and going. Whereas if I built a little cowboy, I would have to pack up and go. Well, I would just go. I would come and go without having to pack anything up. But safety first, people, isn't it? It's safety first, and I should really be thinking more sensibly. Maybe you'll leave a comment and tell me what you people think. Is my wife being maybe too cautious, or is she being right? Because, like I said, there's been no kidnappings there or no trouble there, but of course I don't want to be the first. I don't want to be the first one. It's not a dangerous place. It's not a Muslim area like it was for Elliot, where he was, Elliot Eastman, when he was kidnapped. But he was warned many times, he shouldn't have been there. Still, no one likes to see anything bad happen to anybody, whether it be a foreigner or a local. No one likes to see bad happen. So maybe I'm thinking with my heart, which I am, and I should be thinking more safety. So maybe my wife is right. But now there is another way that I can do this. Is on the main part of the beach, right at the end, which doesn't belong to the same person that I'm talking about. It belongs to somebody else. And they've said to me many times, Stephen, why don't you build a little house on the top of these rocks up here, you know? And these rocks are about maybe 3 meters. They actually go into the water, but you can get onto from the beach. Make some steps and build a house up there. Perfect views. But I'm thinking ladders, you know, and it's all quite, you know, like uneven rocks, and they're quite sharp rocks. But I'm thinking I could do that, and that might be a better option. You know, in the safe part, where I'm saying safe part, where there are people, and my friends actually live on the beach, on that part of the beach. So that could be an option. You know, in a way, I wish that this person, this kind lady, didn't say to me, Stephen, you could, you know, it's a gift, you know, you can build a house there. Because if she hadn't put this in my head, you know, like I wouldn't be tearing myself up about it inside, about, yeah, I want to do it, I want to build a house, I want to stay where my boat is, and so convenient. But I think, oh, you know, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you think I'm being too not me, but do you think my wife's being too cautious, or do you think she's correct? The people here think she's correct. Although it's a friendly place, and like I said, no one's being kidnapped, there's always a first time. And many boats go past there, and I don't know these people in the boat, because they always go to me, hey, you know, when I'm there on the main part. I don't know who they are. So they've only just got to see me in there, nighttime, when there's no one around. And of course, where this house will be built is actually on the beach, so it'll be on stilts. So the water is always there at high tide. So at high tide, they can just come and get me, couldn't they? They could come and crack me on the head, put me in the boat and take me out to sea. And that's it. No more Stephen. No more videos. No more father for my son. So I have to think about these things. Let me know, like I said, you know, but it still hasn't been a foregone conclusion that I'm not going to do it. It's just I'm thinking more about it. I'm thinking more of the safety aspect. Or, like I said, the rocks. I could build a house on those rocks, which is not a bad thing. It's just a little bit more effort doing it. Then you've got to climb on the rocks, but I could make a ladder for that. So that's not a problem. Or do I just buy a tent and sleep out on the beach with friends when I'm fishing there? Options, guys, options. And of course, I want to take the safety option. Maybe, I don't know, maybe. Either way, I haven't made my mind up what I'm going to do yet. But like I said, on Sunday, I will take you over there with me, guys. I'll do a video, and you will see what I'm talking about. And it is a very secluded part. That's why I liked it. You see, sometimes, and I'm one of these people that I keep saying on these, get the Western way out your head. Well, sometimes it's difficult, because with this beach, I'm thinking Western. I'm thinking, yes, I can build it on, but I'm not in England. I'm not where the chances of me getting kidnapped is very slim to remote to, you know, to zero. But here, there is still that possibility. And, you know, when you've got a family to you know, think and worry about, it's responsibility that I should be taking more seriously when it comes to doing this. I hate being in it, you know, like in a ponder. You know, I'm all in a quandary. You know. I don't know. I know what's going to happen. We're going to go over there at the weekend, because my wife is going to come with me, okay, and she's going to talk to the people there. And maybe she'll say, well, build it on those rocks. It's safe there, or it's safer. Or maybe she'll say, no, stick to the camping idea. Stick to the camping idea. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I hope you're going to have a lovely weekend. The weather is absolutely brilliant here, but it's very windy and the waves are 0.8. So again, and I can't go now because I've got my engine in the house waiting for parts, like a plastic fuel tank, carburetor, spark plug, crankshaft oil seal, to give it a service, you know. So when I do go fishing in the next couple of weeks, it's peace of mind for me. I don't go out very far, not really, but it's far enough where I wouldn't want to row back. if the engine did cut out or wouldn't start. And you know, they've got some strong tides out there. There's currents. There is some strong currents there as well. And I'm not the best boatman with an oar, or as they call it, a bug's eye here. I'm not the best boatman for paddling, especially when I'm out. So the option of getting my engine up to like up to scratch and is the option I'm taking. You can't cut corners, guys, when you're out on the water like that. You can't cut corners. You can't just pull over at the side of the road and flag someone down. Although there is boatmen out there sometimes, but not where I go. So yeah, back home now. Here's my son again. Where is he at? He's coming, because he's seen me coming back up here. He's seen me coming back. He's here somewhere. He's come down the stairs. Here he be. Look. Yes, I know. Told ya. I told ya. Hello, people. Hello, people. Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, you lovely people. Take good care. Bye-bye.